How does a sourdough? Testing different inclusions to see if it's a hit or a miss. Let's make a variation of the viral sourdough croissant using menteiko. This recipe was inspired by my trip to Japan, where I got to try many menteiko-based foods. Here are some pictures. I started this recipe by making a compound butter, mixing menteiko and room temperature butter. I then placed it on parchment paper and froze for use later. I then did an autolyse by mixing water and bread flour. I gave that a good mix and covered for at least 1 hour. After 1 hour, I added the levain and gave it another mix. I did some slap and folds to mix everything together. Cover and let it rest for 20 minutes. After the rest period, I added the salt, a couple drops of water to dissolve the salt, and did slap and folds to integrate everything together. Cover and let it rest for 1 hour. After 1 hour, it's time to do stretch and folds. I do at least 4 or until I meet some resistance. Cover and let it rest for 30 to 45 minutes. After the rest period, it's time to add the inclusions. I added furikake, green onions, and the frozen menteiko butter. I then did some stretch and folds. Cover and let it rest for 30 to 45 minutes. On the third set of stretch and folds, I added the rest of the inclusions and did some stretch and folds. Cover and let it rest for 30 to 45 minutes. On the fourth round of stretch and folds, I actually ended up doing some coil folds. I cover and let it finish bulk fermentation. After bulk fermentation was complete, I tried to shape the dough. My dough was made on a warm day and ended up overproofing, but I tried to shape the dough anyways. I placed the dough in a rice flour lime banneton and placed it in the fridge overnight. The next day, the dough turned into a flat pancake, but I always bake anyways. I tried to score the dough the best I could. I baked in a preheated Dutch oven at 450 degrees Fahrenheit for 25 minutes, lid on, and at 430 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 minutes, lid off. And this is the final result. So how did a sourdough? It was a hit. While it did overproof, the bread was buttery with a nice umami flavor from the menteiko and furikake. The next time I would make this, I would definitely bake it on a cooler day. And if you do give this a try, do cut back on the salt a little bit because it was a little bit salty from both the menteiko and the salt. And a little ASMR action. Now a little feedback from a taste tester.
명란 냄새 나네. 짭짤하니 맛있네. 그래. 촉촉하고 맛있어. 또 먹을 것 같아, 안 먹을 것 같아? 또 먹어.